What follows is almost word for word of what parents who come to me have experienced. This Australian mother of 2 vaccinated children illustrates the worldwide phenomenon where doctors appear to be obstinately unwilling to diagnose children or even adults with whooping cough.
We have a warning tonight from a young Perth mother whose children contracted whooping cough even though they were vaccinated. The 23-year-old says doctors refused to test her 2 kids for the potentially deadly illness, but she didn't give up hope.
"15-month-old Hunter in pain and struggling to breathe. His mum recorded this confronting video to show doctors. Now she wants the public to see it as a whooping cough warning.
The coughing would get a lot worse. He would go bright red in the face and vomit from it.
The 23-year-old mum took both Hunter and her 5-year-old daughter Alyssa to 4 doctors multiple times.
If it had been caught when they first got sick, it would never have gotten that bad.
But claims she couldn't get them checked for the potentially deadly respiratory infection.
We cough until we're bright red in the face.
Even after seeing the video, they still didn't believe that that's what it was.
After 2 months of sleepless nights and a visit to an emergency ward, Jessica demanded the children be tested for whooping cough.
The last doctor, when I demanded testing, he was actually laughed at me and goes, "I'm telling you, it's not whooping cough." I got made feel like I was paranoid and just overreacting.
Both children had been immunised but still tested positive. The infection had already spread to Jessica and others in the family. On average, more than 2,000 West Australians contract whooping cough each year. That number is declining though. Around 1,500 people were diagnosed in 2016, and so far this year there have been 574 confirmed cases.
The whooping cough is now quite rare in our community due to the levels of vaccination, so it's not necessarily at the top of a doctor's mind. But clearly it's one of the serious conditions that does need to be thought of and diagnosed.
This year it's been prevalent in Perth's northern suburbs, with nearly double the number of identified cases compared to other regions. In WA, 5 children have died from whooping cough since 2008. All were under 3 months old, too young to be vaccinated. Doctors say it's important that expecting mothers receive immunisation while pregnant to reduce the vulnerability of their babies. The family's message: if you suspect your children have the infection, insist on a test.
If it's tested for early on, it can stop the spread and minimise the breakout of it.
Nathan Brooks, 9 News.
Okay, so pretty interesting, right? I've spoken to many parents, just like Jessica, who repeatedly beg doctors for a test. They go from hospital to emergency room to doctor, being denied the test. Most usually if the child is on vitamin C, actually, because vitamin C makes the cough look so much less. But even when they're off of vitamin C, doctors don't recognize whooping cough. They won't do the test, especially if the child is vaccinated. But eventually I tell that parent to keep going, asking different doctors to get the test, and they eventually get it. And just about 100% of the time they get the test, it comes back positive, and the surprise doctor blushes. At 10 months, Hunter would have had 3 pertussis vaccines. And what use was that to him, I ask?